Well, hello everybody, this is Street Outlaws No Prep Talk. Today we're going to talk about an update on Jim Howe after his crash this past weekend. Now, before we go directly to the photo owners, please subscribe and comment and stay tuned for a lot more videos coming. All about the Street Outlaws No Prep Kings race series and all the other Street Outlaw shows. So, this past weekend we had a horrible crash and it involved, honestly, my favorite racer on No Prep Kings right now, which is Jim Howe and Howe Motorspoets. He was doing really good on NPK. He was number 3 in points and racing Chuck Seitzinger. The car apparently hit something on the track and it just started right. It hit the wall. It broke the steering and then he couldn't really control the car and it hit the other wall. So it was a pretty nasty hit and really unfortunate hit for Jim Howe, Amanda, and the whole Howe Motorsports team and the whole Justin Swanstrom team on NPK. Now, the car apparently is repairable. They are getting it to David Monday Race Cars, which is the chassis builder, and they built a very safe car because Jim Howe pretty much escaped with no major injuries, and he is fine. That is always the most important thing. But apparently they got the car over to David Monday, and they're seeing pretty much if they can repair it and also repair it as fast as possible to get back to NPK. Now, Jim Howe does have a backup car, which is the Warden, which is the car that he started racing on NPK. Now, this car was originally built as a limited drag radial car, and it actually won the LDR championship back in 2019, but it's very heavy. That's why it wasn't really competitive back in season 4 on NPK. Even though it made a lot of power, it just wasn't fast enough because it was over 300 pounds overweight for the rules. So he can put the combination in this car, and it obviously makes a lot of power, but it wouldn't necessarily be as competitive as the Guardian, which is one of the fastest cars on NPK. Right now, probably top 3 fastest or top 5 fastest. I mean, that car is a huge threat for everybody. So they might put it together just to make the next race this weekend and run it and get the points. And who knows, maybe he gets lucky and goes a round or two. But it's not fast enough to actually run up front as the Guardian was. But either way, they're trying to get the Guardian fixed as fast as possible. Hopefully they can get it fixed. Hopefully it is repairable, and we can see this car back as soon as possible, and hopefully next week or maybe after the break. But Jim Howe's no quitter. Then he has a real good team behind him, and David Monday is a world-class chassis builder, so I'm sure this car will be fixed as soon as possible. And Jim is up in the points, and Justin's team is actually doing really good, and Justin, Callie, and Jim Howe have the same amount of points going into this weekend's race. So he is a huge important player, or huge asset to Justin's team for the team deal on No Prep Kings this season. So hopefully we can see him running really soon.